Alright, what we have here is the Wii U going through HDMI 1080p in the virtual Wii mode. This is Mario Kart. And on the right side is an original Wii going through component 480p in 16:9 widescreen using Retrovision component cables into the RetroTINK with the latest firmware, which is like 2.39, and I have scaled the image to match as closely as possible because you know there's very slight letterboxing on the original Wii, so I scaled to crop that off using the RetroTINK. And I also added a sharpening filter on the RetroTINK as well, and we're gonna see which one looks better. And you know, I could use the default mode of the RetroTINK and not do any and just leave everything basically at 0, but people want to know if it's worth, is the Wii U better at playing these games visually, or is the original Wii better? And with the RetroTINK, I believe we might be able to make the original Wii better, and some people would argue that it was already better to begin with. So let's just go ahead, and I have two controllers. I'm controlling this at the same time. The audio is on the Wii U side. If I switch it, it's quieter on the Wii side. I don't know if that's the RetroTINK or just the Wii audio is just quieter in general, but I'm going to flip it back. And it's not the audio that flips, it is the actual video signals will switch. So if I move one down, you can see when I switch them over, that's what it does, because the audio channel is only on one side of my multi-viewer, I guess. But anyway, we're just going to go ahead and get into it now. So we're going to stick with 50cc, and then we'll default everything to... I'm trying to push the buttons all at the same time. Automatic, manual, that really doesn't matter, but let's just keep them the same. Mushroom cup. And we're not actually racing. I'm just kind of giving you a demonstration of both. Well, the Wii U sure does load faster. That's for sure. And the race has begun. And the race hasn't over here. But I'm going to leave it on there for just a little bit. I'm not going to move. This way you can kind of get an idea side by side. And I'll flip them back and forth just so you can hear the audio right now. So this is the original Wii audio. And I'm using the sound from my TV into the microphone, so it's not going to be as loud as captured audio. There we go. I'll switch it back. We're looking at it from here on the TV. I feel like the original Wii is actually sharper. So we're gonna quit and we'll go to another match. Yes. And mind you, I got two controllers. One on each side. So we're gonna go to one player, one player. And let's go to time trial. And if you notice here, the screens are pretty much the same as far as the cropping goes, but when I went into the Grand Prix mode, the scaling was a little bit different. So let's check here. Yeah, as you can see well, I mean, okay, this isn't fair because I've unlocked everything on the Wii, but Anyway, we'll just stick with the default with Mario. And see, same thing with the vehicles. Same thing with that. And so let's go to we're limited on the Wii, the WiiU side, I mean. So let's try Mushroom Gorge, I guess. Okay, let's go to solo. I should hit OK about a few seconds more on one side than I should the other, but I forget which controller's in what hand. But it doesn't matter. We're looking at visual quality anyway. 2 hours later. Now going by this, they're pretty comparable. I mean, I don't feel like one is being cropped more than the other. They look equal. Even if I'm gonna swap back and forth with the signals, so the audio is gonna be different. I just want to see if it's my multi-viewer, if it has a better signal coming out of one source, you know. But really hard to tell. Let me change the mode here. Alright, so what side? This looks like the Wii side, I think. Okay, yeah, this is the WiiU side. And then I'm going to switch to the Wii. And then we'll go back and forth that way. So this is the WiiU. The WiiU does, if you look at the mushrooms in the in my hotbar, they appear to be a little bit more cleaner, refiner edges, I guess, than on the original Wii. I can't say I would prefer the colors on one of them more than the other, but the WiiU does look a little bit cleaner, I think. If you look at the word time, you can see some, I guess, some little line going through the top of the word time, and it's not noticeable on the WiiU. So I mean, so we'll end this one, and we'll go into a, let me switch modes here. Just gonna do, it has to cycle through. There we go. Let's go to change course. I believe I have the Wii side. If you notice, the coloring is a little bit different, so let me switch over. There we go. So now it's normal, back to the way it was initially. So let's go to the flower cup, Mario Circuit, Wario's Gold Mine Coconut Mall, DK Summit. Let's go to DK Summit, simply because, really, what do I got? All these ghosts. I know, they're terrible times. I haven't played this game in like time trials in some years now, so. But I wanted to do this one because I wanted to see if any of the whites from the snow get washed out. But if you look here, it looks the same to me. trying to drive at the exact same time so you can see everything, but the reds look a little bit redder on the right side. Let's full screen it. So we should be on the Wii U side. That's the side we're on right now. Here's the Wii side. A little bit quieter. The colors look a little bit greener. Less red in comparison. Not a big deal. I guess it's basically cool tones to warm tones. That's preference, of course. But overall, I don't really see the big difference that everybody seems to say that exists. Probably the original Wii, there's a little bit sharpening halo that I have there. If you look around Mario's hat, that the Wii U doesn't have. But that's also because I am applying a post-sharpen editing, which is on the fly. They're using RetroTINK, but it's there. It's also there on the Wii U, but not as bad, I guess. Barely a difference. But one thing though about the Wii U is I can use, let's see if I got it right here. This is the mclassic, which doesn't seem to do anything. That's kind of funny. I forgot that I have the signal on 1080p, so the mclassic doesn't really do much. I think very, very little, but my devices don't like their RetroTINK, and the mclassic don't work with my setup for some reason. My colors get destroyed for some reason in my setup. It could be my TV or my capture, I don't know. But let's go back to the side-by-sides here. Here's the picture-in-picture that I use. Where are we at now? Okay, gotta switch the source. There we go. Now it's back to the way it was. Let's go to one more track. The original Wii is on the right side, WiiU's on the left. If you haven't kept up. Okay, so let's go to Sherbert, and then we'll pick out a Waluigi Stadium, Delfino Square. Let's go with that one. That seems to have a lot of details. And then I got ghosts on that too. Yeah. Oh, I don't. Nintendo does. And then we'll wait for about 2 hours for the original Wii to load. And here you can see, there's, you know, after doing this side by side, there's very, very little difference. If I didn't have the RetroTINK, then you would be like, yeah, soften the image, and then I can turn down the gamma. Okay, and then we'll go to, what is it, this one, off, I think that was it. That's the sampling. So triple buffer, RGB full. See if we go to limited, then this is what happens. You know, when I change all of that, you go, wrong button. You go from the Wii U to the Wii. And that's what you get. See how much sharper the Wii U is natively? But if you have a RetroTINK, then the original Wii is not bad. So I'm going to go through those settings real quick and I'll show you what I did. So let's go to RGB full. And then we'll show you the difference. See? The colors are cooler on the Wii U and warmer side, slight greens, I guess, on the original Wii. And let's go to the sampling. Not that one. Post-processing. There we go. So let's go to Gamma Boost. We can brighten the whole thing up as much as we want. But one is good enough for me. You can even do a color boost. Oversaturate the image as much as you like. The preamp filter. And you can just steadily watch it get sharper. Here's the default 0. So you can compare it to the original Wii. I mean the Wii U. Here's the original Wii. Here's the Wii U. So let's go back, and then we'll sharpen it up all the way I had it. And then there you go. Now it seems to match pretty well, other than the colors, you know, being a little bit on the green side. Let's see what else there was. Strong. This one I don't really notice. It's a very, very subtle difference. But I don't know. And I don't even know what these other phases and post are. But anyway, there you have it. This is the side by side once I cycle through my setup here. And swap sources to the way it was, and there you go. The Wii U is on the left and the original Wii is on the right. If you look at the timer, you can kind of get an idea of the loading time difference. It is what, about 4 seconds or so. So the Wii U does load faster. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video, which is probably going to be crazy sexy. And I hope to see you there.